I want to just let you know I am so behind you. And I know maybe sometimes you haven't gotten the backing that you've wanted, and you're going to get so much backing. Maybe you're going to say, please don't give us so much backing. Mr. President, please, we don't need that much backing.
All right, that was a very important thing to put on his calendar today. President Trump and his first full day as President of the United States, the 45th president, visiting Langley CIA headquarters to send a message to those who work there. I respect you. I appreciate you. I honor you. A fellow who might be nodding his head and saying that's a good thing to do is the other star of the inauguration. He kept it all going yesterday, and it was a crazy day. Missouri Republican Senator Roy Blunt, cool as a cucumber, addressing those throngs that were gathering there. I would have walked out there, seen those people, and said, right back inside. Good to see you. How you doing?
It was great. It was great.
Let's talk first about today's developments and the president at Langley. That was an important thing to do, wasn't it?
It was. It was. I think the president had some reason to feel aggrieved about his first briefing in the week before he was president from the CIA director. At the same time,
he appreciated the Indians, maybe not the chief, right?
And there's a new chief on the way. And not to denigrate either General Clapper, who's been the director of national intelligence, who I've had a chance to work with on the Intelligence Committee the last 6 years, or Director Brennan, but the new chiefs are on the way. And I actually
but Mike Pompeo was not approved yet, and I know he went with the president today. But are you surprised that they couldn't? That's an important post.
It is.
Get it approved and confirmed and done, and they're dragging this out.
There was no reason to leave that vacant over the weekend.
There's no doubt that he's going to get it.
I think there's no doubt he's going to get it. He's very well prepared for this job. He's a very smart guy.
Yeah.
West Point, number one in his class at law school. He successful business.
Number one at West Point. My goodness.
Exactly. And he's been on the House Intelligence Committee.
Well, intelligence is important to you, obviously, given your assignment and roles. I mean, and we have to make sure it's more reliable. Are you convinced that it will be?
Their triumph.
Well, we're better than anybody else in the world at this, but there are lots of things you still don't know, and lots of information out there all the time in all kinds of different ways. You know what the intelligence community's told us all the time I've been in the Senate, which is just 1 6-year term, is they say privately exactly what they say publicly. More threats from more directions than ever before.
And not just Russia.
And not at all. Not
okay,
at all.
Let me ask you separately what's going on here.
Not to defend Russia, but Russia.
I understand. We have these protests going on here, nothing approaching some of the crazy stuff that happened yesterday. And oddly enough, with much bigger crowds, we're told upwards of 500,000. This is only a little more than a block away from where we sit, Senator. And yet, there hasn't been a problem, but this is a little too close for comfort to the White House. Yet the White House continued its activities undeterred, or the same on Capitol Hill. Are you surprised by that?
I think peaceful protest is something that we shouldn't be concerned about. And I kept being asked the couple of weeks, particularly before the inauguration, are you concerned about protesters? And I said, really, I'm not very concerned about protesters at all. And I'm not at all concerned about peaceful protesters.
What do you think about what they're protesting? Raise awareness of women's rights, civil rights, thinking that Donald Trump is not the answer.
Well, I think the results of the election are pretty clear. The broad base of support all over the country.
So have you ever seen anything like this on the first day of the president?
First day, I don't know. But, you have remember the Million Man March, the Farrakhan Million Man March. It may not have been very close to a million, but doesn't mean it wasn't important.
So they have the right to do this?
They have the right to do it. It's one of the great things about who we are and the message we send at who we are, that even the president on the first day of the presidency isn't slowed down by the people expressing their views.
It was business as usual. More after this from Washington.